In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this super cute mini needle felt Chococat from Sanrio. This requires no sewing. You will need some wool roping for needle felting. I will be using 5 colors: black, yellow, brown, white, and blue. I got wool online at Amazon and in a local craft store. This is a foam board that I will be working on. You can also use a sponge or any type of foam packaging for your mat. You will also need a needle felting needle. These are special needles that will make the wool denser when you poke it. I got my needles on Amazon.com. This is some black embroidery thread that I'll use for the whiskers. I showed a lot in the video, but you will only need a little bit for this project. To make the head, I started off with a ball of stuffing. This will help me save wool. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. Now I wrap the black wool around the ball of stuffing. Use your needle felting needle to poke at the ball in an up and down motion. Rotate the ball around while you poke it. Keep poking on all sides of the ball until the wool starts to get denser. Keep poking it into a ball shape. You can add more wool if needed. Just wrap some more wool around the ball and keep felting. Keep layering on more wool until you get the right size. The finished result should be firm. Keep felting and be patient. You should have a round ball or sphere. So now that I have the head, I'll make the body. Start off with a piece of wool that's smaller than the head. Always start off with less than you need because you can add more wool later, but you can't take it off. Roll the wool into a tight oval shape. Poke at the ball and keep rotating it as you poke. Don't forget to watch your fingers. Keep shaping it into a little oval ball. Make sure to add any more wool if needed. The finished result should be firm but a little bit squishy. Once the body is done, it's time to attach it to the head. Make sure the body is centered in the middle of the head. Then use some extra black wool to attach the head to the body. Attach the body to the head by poking vertically on the edges of the body. Use the extra wisps of black wool to attach the two pieces together. Keep poking until the two pieces are firmly attached. Now I'm going to make the ears. Fold the wool into kind of a triangle shape. Poke at it until it starts to get denser. While you poke, make sure to keep folding it into a triangle shape. Keep felting until you get a firm triangle. Make sure to leave some wispy parts at the end of the ear. This will help attach it to the head. Keep forming the ear into a triangle shape as you felt and make the tip rounded. You will need to make 2 of these. Now that I have the black triangles, I'll use a little bit of yellow wool to create a small triangle inside the ear. Make sure there's a border of black around the triangle. Do this to both ears. Here are the finished ears. Once you're done with the ears, it's ready to be attached to the head. First, I'm going to use my scissors to cut 2 slits in the head where I want my ears to be. To Once I have the slits cut, I will take the ears and poke the wispy parts in the head to attach them. Now that the ears are finished, I'll move on to the limbs. First, I made the arms by taking a small piece of black wool and folding it. Then I felted it and I made sure to leave some wispy parts at the end to attach it to the body. Make the other arm the same way. Once I was done with both arms, I attached the arms right under the head using the wispy parts for attachment. Next, I made the tail. I just rolled a small piece of black wool into a thin tube. Make sure the tail is long and thin. Keep rotating it around until you get a thin tail. Just be patient and keep stabbing. Once I was done with the general shape, I made a curve in the tail by poking at the same spot many times. I cut a slit in the back of the body for the tail. Then I poked the tail down using the wispy parts for attachment. I also made the tail coming slightly out to the front so you can see it better. Lastly, I made the feet. I started off with a tiny bit of wool. Then I felted it until it got the shape of a tiny spear. Because the amount was so small, I used another needle to hold the ball in place while I felted. I also rotated the ball around as I felted it. Make 2 of these for the feet. Once you are done with the feet, place them at the bottom of the body. Then poke around the edges of the spears to attach them. I made white circles of wool on the head and I kept layering more white wool on top until the black wasn't visible. The eyes should be placed about 1 centimeter or 3/8 inch apart. For the pupils, I took a tiny piece of black wool and felted it into a circle in the eyes. both eyes were done, I took a tiny piece of brown wool and used it for the nose. On camera, the nose doesn't really show, but in real life, it's a lot clearer. Lastly, I made the whiskers. I used some black embroidery thread and cut it to length. I cut 4 whiskers and placed them on some parchment paper. I added some glue to the whole thing using a brush. Then I rolled it in between my fingers to get the shape. Afterwards, I added more glue on top using a brush. I also made a few extras in case they didn't turn out right. I let them dry for about 30 minutes. Once the glue is dry, the whiskers will become stiff and hard. Poke 2 holes on each side of the head where you want the whiskers to be. Make sure the holes are big enough. Then I added a tiny dot of glue to each end of the whisker. I put the whisker in the head. Repeat this for all the rest of the whiskers. If the whisker is too long, make sure to cut it before you put it in the head. Once all the whiskers are placed, let it dry. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button down below. Here's the finished result of Chococat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.